What's up, everybody? This is episode 29 of Fun Time Reacts. We have the Wasabi mustache. Alright, so let's get started!
We had gone golfing that day. We had hung out all day. We went golfing, obviously, and we're in the golf shirt. This wasn't even like Ryan got drunk and like fell asleep. This was just, we were hanging out.
Golf nap.
We were all hanging out, staying over the night. Ryan just happened to fall asleep. Fell asleep with the shoes on. That was the cardinal rule. So it wasn't like Ryan got blackout drunk or anything. He just happened to fall asleep before us, which was a mistake. That's his own fault.
Always.
But he fell asleep with his shoes on. That's what kind of started this prank. It wasn't like a malicious thing. I guess it turned into one. So you see me bright green, matching the wasabi. I thought it looked cute. Wanted to apologize on camera to Ryan with what's about to happen.
He knows. He knew.
Got Brendan Tim here. I had to put subtitles because you couldn't understand them, but Ryan fell asleep with the shoes on. You know what that means. We're walking in again. This is right here. Ryan's asleep on the couch. Brendan's pointing to his boots, and that's why we did this. Tim's pretending to put the wasabi on his boots because Tim was in a silly mood. So I just love like Tim like getting wicked close and just
so gloopy,
just squirting it out.
Glop.
So Brendan turns the light on, and then boom, right in his face, just instantly. Like if you've ever had wasabi, that's a very pungent aroma. That's gonna wake you up.
Oh my god! I think he's throwing up.
So
He's throwing up.
And I put that box there, just like I was like, yeah, you never know. And he really did. He really fell off.
I couldn't see anything.
But no, he's just clean on his face, and like I'm dying laughing, obviously.
And the feeling and the smell and the taste in the eyeball feel just stayed. It just didn't go away. It just stayed. And I had like a little mustache, so like the grainy wasabi was like in the hairs. Oh, it was absolutely miserable.
My favorite thing here is when Ryan's like wiping his face.
What is that? It was so agitating, and the feeling wouldn't go
right
away.
There, so I go, Ryan, try using the cold or try using the hot water. It works better. Ryan literally shuts the cold water off and like thinks about it for a second. He goes, no, that's stupid. And he puts the cold water back on, like, and then in a split second you can see him think about it.
That's one of the best like Easter eggs we could have in any of our videos.
That's one of my favorite parts. Is me and Ryan like, oh no, you gotta try the hot water. It works better. Ryan just quickly think, no, that's not it. Just happens real quick, but like if you don't know what you're looking for, you'd miss it. But
what is that?
Use the hot water. The hot water will counteract it.
It's like a little extra thing that I threw in, just like hoping that in all the madness that
and of course,
he
like,
would believe it.
I have my mind kind of set on many other things, so I'm like anything that I hear, I'm like, oh, maybe that will help, like anything. And even in that moment, like I did it. And then I was like, no, shut up. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
I love this video because, like, it's just, like, truly, we were just hanging out. We went golfing early. We were hanging out all day, probably in the pool, having a good time. And just the night was winding down, and Ryan usually fell asleep first, as you've seen in most of our videos. It just naturally happened. It wasn't like a planned thing that...
Just a sleepy guy, I guess.
Just came down, we saw... We honestly might have went to the store. I can't fully remember, but like, we might have been doing something. Brendan and Tim, we might have went to Tim's house to just grab something, who knows. But we came back and we just saw Ryan asleep, so we were like, okay, well, good night, like, we're gonna take advantage of this.
When was like the first time that you were just like, wasabi?
Tim was on a wasabi kick.
Oh.
Tim was literally just like, Tim like really likes spicy food and like hot stuff. Tim was on a wasabi kick at the time, and like, I like hot foods, but not like that. Tim's like a big in the spicy foods.
Don't fall asleep with your boots on. Don't fall asleep with your shoes on, your sandals on, any type of footwear on your feet, because you could end up like me.
In prison.
Thank you for watching episode number 29 of Fun Time Reacts.
Oh!
I really appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you care to see more. And if you have any ideas for us, let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And keep pressing and watching and loving it.
We're gonna see you next time.
What?
Whether you like it or not.